Hello cuties, both old and new. My name is Stephanie, otherwise known here on the interwebs as Q or Qwordy, but not Qwordy, and this is an introduction to me. It's been a while since I've done an introduction video on this channel, and since my audience and platforms have kind of expanded, I figure it was due time to give you a brief history of who the hell this chick is and why should I care. Short answer, no one important, move along. Long answer, as the tagline says, I am a writer, reader, and dork extraordinaire. But I have many facets to my being, and I can't just be narrowed down to just one thing, much like most humans in the world. So let's explore all of the parts of Q through one of my greatest loves, stats. Looking at this pie chart here, you can see the many slices that make up a me, and one of those, of course, is the love of making said pie charts and other spreadsheets because I am a huge nerd. I love making spreadsheets, like almost an unhealthy amount do I love working on Excel. I have spreadsheets for tracking my books, for tracking my goals, for all the random things that I do. I have a spreadsheet for it, and I'm happy to make more. So if you're ever in need of like a bookshelf spreadsheet, I'm your girl. Next up is writing. Encompassing a great portion of my life is writing. I am an author, and I have been writing since about the 6th grade, though I did not publish until 2016 with my urban fantasy series, The Ashport Archives, which is now complete and available on many different platforms. It's a little urban fantasy series starring a ragtag group of mythological misfits all banding together in a found family to stop evil forces in the world and stay together, even though many forces would like to tear them apart. It is an entirely complete series of 4 books plus a prequel mini book that you can also get on various platforms like Amazon and Barnes & Noble and things. While those are my self-published novels, I am currently on a journey of traditional publishing we're testing out with my new series called Humane Society for Creatures and Cryptids, also known as HISFCAC for short. You will hear me talk about that a lot. Along with those, I write in a variety of other genres, including a big short story challenge where I am writing 1 short story every month this year. The year is 2022. I don't know how long I'm letting this video live, but I might perpetually be doing that for the rest of my life. Who knows? The reason I'm doing the short story challenge though is because I have a problem with writing big books and not baby ones, and I wanted to challenge and punish myself for writing books, you know, that are like 160 some odd thousand words and not being able to just condense. So we're working on that and having a fun time exploring different genres and different characters and struggling through it. Moving on, we have reading. This channel is predominantly a booktube channel, as some may consider me a voracious reader. I do have my very own TBR game that I created myself that I play every single month, and you're welcome to join me on that. I am luckily not a mood reader. I can just be assigned said book and I will read said book, finish the book, move on to the next without problem. I also do not DNF books. Shocking, a booktuber who doesn't DNF? I have to get to the end. Even if I am not enjoying that book, I have to know how it ends. I need a full opinion of it. Nothing against people who do DNF. It is just not in my genetic code to be able to do that. I will start to finish a book. I also will not just put down a book I'm not feeling and go back to it later. I gotta get it done through until it's done. I read all sorts of genres and age groups, from middle grade, YA, and adult, and from fantasy, sci-fi, contemporary, historical, mystery, romance, everything pretty much. I think there are very limited genres that I don't like, but I do have them. I do predominantly enjoy more YA books than I do adult books because I find adult books like to have an overuse of gritty, dark, sexy, gory things that are unnecessary and not a real reflection of adult life, of what adult life needs to be, and I'm not really here for it. I don't need to be more depressed than I already am. The main genres I don't read too much of is horror thrillers. I do read them, but I also really don't read a lot of detective books, or really any of them unless it has a fantasy element to it, or bodice rippers. Why so negative to adult themes? Well, the answer may shock you. It is mostly because I am asexual. I'm not sure if I'm like hardcore aro ace, but I fall somewhere under the asexual umbrella. I don't experience any form of sexual attraction, and I just tend to not really enjoy reading things or watching things that have heavy sexy times in them, especially when they're unnecessary and unrealistic. I'm not aromantic though, I am a romantic. They sound very similar. I'm not an aro ace. I do like romantic things. I like romantic stories and things. It's just when everything gets heavily overdone with sexual themes, I get bored with it and I'm just like, okay, but where's the emotional connection? I'm still learning what it means to really be an asexual every day. I'm discovering new parts of myself all the time and how I interact with the world and how the world wants to interact with me, because it's not always positive for us aces out there. I do, however, support all of my fellow members of the LGBTQIA+ community, and if you find yourself being a homophobe or a TERF, you can exit pursued by bear. I have no easy transition for this next one, so we're gonna talk about Japan. Yes, this very white chick here used to live in Japan. It's where my entire YouTube career started back in 2007. I studied abroad at Akita University in 2007 to 2008, went back to finish my degree in linguistics, and then hopped right back over to Japan on the JET program from 2010 to 2013 as an English teacher. Then I returned home for a year, then I came back again with Eon Corporation as a private English teacher again from 2014 to 2015, thus ending my career in Japan. Yes, I am mostly fluent in Japanese, though I'm not fluent enough to be a full translator. I did try, but I'm a terrible self-study, so I'm just gonna hold on to my really, really good conversational Japanese and pretty decent reading and pull it out as a party trick any chance I get. And another party trick I like to pull out is singing! I was once an opera and musical theater major before the whole Japan thing happened. Ever since I was young, I've been in productions and singing and just memorizing musicals, playing them on repeat, much to the annoyance of my family. Based on my gestures here, can you tell that I was on stage? I break out into song more often than I speak. You'll hear that a lot on my streams because in awkward moments, that's what I do. Some of my all-time favorite musicals include Into the Woods, Cats, Phantom of the Opera, and Les Miserables, along with a multitude of others, but you will not find me praising Dear Evan Hansen on this channel. Find another musical. Sorry, that was really aggressive if you like Dear Evan Hansen. I just really hate that musical. Next stop on our tour to Q is, of course, animals. I have a great love of animals, and these are my precious babies who you will see and hear a lot of. This is a Pai Pai. This is a Lucy. She is very sleepy. I also used to have a parrot named Samwise, who you will still hear me talk about a lot because he is near and dear to my heart, and I do occasionally help with a rescue of rescuing parrots and fostering parrots, and that is kind of one of my big projects we're undergoing, and possibly getting 2 new parrots coming soon, or whenever, because this video is perpetually on the front page of my YouTube. I did not plan this well. I also was once a dog trainer, and Lucy here was actually my training dog who used to teach puppies how to behave themselves, even though sometimes she does not behave herself. Nor does this one, but she was a street rat, so she has trauma. But I do still occasionally train dogs for friends and family, so if you ever have any kind of dog training questions, you can always put them in the comments and I'm happy to answer them. We do not support any type of violence against dogs in our dog training, i.e. hitting the dog into a submissive behavior. We don't do that here, and I hope none of you do that either. Speed round facts. I'm left-handed. My appendix tried to kill me when I was 15. I am the youngest of 3 sisters. I had bariatric surgery in October of 2021, and I am currently going on a health and weight loss journey. I have depression. I used to sew my own clothes in Japan, and I still like to sew costumes occasionally. I love ghost hunting. Anne of Green Gables is my favorite classic. My favorite movies of all time are Twister, Spaceballs, Galaxy Quest, The Fifth Element, Ever After, and the 1995 BBC production of Pride and Prejudice. I play a variety of flutes. As well as Japanese drumming taiko. I dabble in a lot of DIY projects like embroidery, paint by numbers, and other random bullshit that I think I can do in 2 seconds when really I can't, and I fail and I throw it away. I use she, her pronouns. I am a Cancer. unfortunately. I am terrible at video games, but still play them every Thursday night with my friends. I stream on Twitch mostly for productivity streams and chit chats. I am deathly allergic to avocados and mildly allergic to most nuts. I am a little nervous to post this video because it gives you a nice little package bow of a version of Q that you all now get to judge and make your own conclusions about, even though it doesn't give you the entire whole picture of me. And you know, it's a little bit scary. Yup. Anyway, that's Q in a nutshell, but not literally because mildly allergic. If you're interested in sticking around, make sure to hit that subscribe button and, you know, the bell thing that everybody tells you to do so you can get notified of every new video and all the streams that I do through the week. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below or on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and that's about, I guess, Instagram as well. What else do I got? I have a Ko-fi. You can check out my Ko-fi and support me as a content creator there. I would super duper appreciate that. And I'll see you next time, cuties. Bye. Looking at this pie heart. There's my pie heart. Hi. A method. My. Ow. Foot cramp. And it does. A English teacher as a English teacher. Wow. Went back to school for finishing. Wow, I can't English at all today during the part where I'm supposed to talk about being an English teacher. Really good stuff. Returned to Japan to Fukui from 20 to 20. I can't do my spiel that I do all the time for people in real life. It's fine like that. We don't fully need this light, do we? Do I need the light? Does it kind of give me a weird glow? Got a weird glow going on.